Hi again, this is the fourth edition of our video introductions. This week, this lesson will be covering criminal courts, which is a big topic like all these topics. And again, one of our goals will be to see if we can connect the ideas about criminal courts to our earlier discussions. So please be thinking about the ways in which things might connect, especially as you go through discussion this week. In lesson 4. So what are the issues? So one important point to note about criminal courts in the United States these days is there are relatively few trials. And I said these days, but this is not a new phenomenon. This is a long and enduring phenomena in the American criminal court system, in the criminal justice system. The other big question that we want to think about this week, this lesson, is whether our courts in the United States are fair and just. We want to make sure that in terms of criminal justice as a society, that it is fair and just for everyone, regardless of class or race or gender. Is that in fact the case in the United States? An additional point I want to make that the text makes, which is that misdemeanors don't seem particularly serious to us, but they can be serious in various ways. When people establish criminal records, it changes their lives in profound ways. And also the process itself can be punishment. Having to go to court time after time can be a punishment in itself. So as you watch the film The Plea, I'd particularly encourage you to think about this notion of the process as punishment in itself. Another big question we have is race. Some of the articles that you'll look at this lesson involve race and politics. The film, I think it's implicit more than explicit, but it's very much there in both of the films that you'll look at. How big a factor is race in the criminal justice system? So what are we doing in terms of reading and assignments? First of all, you'll have a quiz. Again, the quiz only covers one chapter. It's a relatively short quiz. There are 10 multiple choice questions and 2 short essay questions this lesson. Again, the short essay questions are posted on the quiz before you take it. I would strongly encourage you to look at those questions in advance, answer them in advance, and copy and paste them into the answer box in Blackboard. We'll be having 2 online discussions dealing with the criminal justice system. And for those in particular, I'd encourage you to watch the 2 films and to make sure you read each of the articles so you can discuss them in a serious way. So we're looking at the questions that I talked about earlier, the connection between race and crime and the criminal justice system in the United States, and whether our criminal justice system is just overall. So I'll be looking for specific references to all of these items in the discussion this week. In terms of your writing assignment, I'm asking you to think about the articles, but especially the films, in the context of a very old article written by a political scientist named Herbert Packer called 2 Models of the Criminal Justice Process. He poses 2 hypothetical models of how the criminal justice process might work, or some people think it might work in the United States. And I want you to think about the evidence that you see in the 2 films and assess these 2 models based on these ideas. So one last point to make before we head off to Slack for lesson 4 is, again, if you hope to write, if you hope to complete the A for this semester, you need to visit courts. If you haven't done this already, you need to get organized for this. We're down to the last couple of weeks. There's also a B assignment. You should start thinking about it as well. It asks you to think about some broader reflections on the court this semester. So I'll see you in Slack.